The mutant metaphor from Marvel's X-Men is an imperfect metaphor for minority representation, but I do want to talk about why I think it works. Hi, I'm Jordan the Nerd of Gold, and with the Avengers Doomsday trailer, the X-Men one that came out, it got me thinking about why I think the mutant metaphor actually works, even though it's an imperfect representation, because superhero powers are genuinely dangerous if they are unchecked to others around them, whereas being a person of color, being a member of the LGBTQIA plus community, or being neurodivergent, none of that is inherently dangerous to anyone around them. It's just a difference on that front. Whereas if Cyclops didn't have his visor, he would be genuinely dangerous to the others around him. But the reason I think the mutant metaphor works is that the X gene just exasperates any underlying paranoia of any us versus them ideas. So yes, the mutant metaphor has had to grow by adding more and more people of different communities throughout X-Men history, so it doesn't just look like a bunch of people like me with superpowers trying to represent black people or gay people on that front. That doesn't work exactly. Even though the emotional undertone is there, it's not a perfect metaphor. But the X gene, like I said, it exasperates underlying paranoias of any us versus them ideologies, complexes that may exist in a person's mind from the society that they are in. Thus, it brings out all the paranoia of a difference in others and how that difference is dangerous. I think that's why the X gene works as a metaphor for minority representation. Not because it is a thing that is a perfect thing, or it's a perfect representation, but because it just feels like the difference in a society that is dominated one way and prescribes that everyone subscribe or demands that way of being. So I think that's why it works. It just brings out the us versus them. Doesn't matter what the them or the us is, as long as you are part of them, you are a danger, and that is why the X gene works.